All right, Shalom. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to you. Hawul Bashimi, Hawashai, Bashim Achakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone, rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect, 144 first fruit. All right, so today, coming with a pretty quick lesson in the spirit. Only reason I'm recording this on my phone is because I have something written down that I want to show y'all. And I didn't feel like taking a picture and putting it on the computer and stuff like that. So we're here. Bear with me. So pretty much, I did a Hebrew lesson the other day, a few days ago, and I'm gonna sit here and do another one right now. And this is pretty much praying over your food. Again, I'm gonna give you the Hebrew. It's gonna be in Paleo, and if you see any errors or anything, which I don't think there is, feel free to make corrections in the comments below. I'm open to correction. All right, so first I'm gonna read a few precepts here, dealing with, pretty much praying over your food. So the first one we have here is in the book of Exodus, chapter 23, and let me scroll down. Okay, so Exodus chapter 23 and 25, it says, and ye shall serve the Lord your power. Let me highlight it. Yeah, there we go. And ye shall serve the Lord your power, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and will take sickness away from the midst of thee. So going to in the NLT, it says, you must serve only the Lord your power. If you do, I will bless you with food and water and will protect you from illness. So that's a big one, Exodus 23 and 25, because you understand where we live here today. All of our air, water, and food is poisoned, defiled. Esau is trying to kill us in all three ways. So it's pivotal for you to be praying over your food, your water, especially if you have a wife, you have kids. You should just be praying over the food that you make, that you consume, because really we're eating poison, all right? And it's spoken about in Ezekiel, where it says we shall eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles. And that's true. Our life expectancy is way low. The Lord, when you read the scripture, the Lord, capped us off at a certain years of living, and we're not even touching it at this point. We're probably getting halfway. I think the expectancy of a black male is about like 70 something years old, maybe, so, and that's not just I'm just talking about just nutrition and health just in general. That's not even talking about other things that happen, such as murders and things of that nature. But you get the point. We're here talking today about what you consume in your body and what you should be praying over. So the next precept, of course, I got to get Matthew 26. Okay, so Matthew 26 and 26. Yeah, Matthew 26 and 26, it says, and as they were eating, Yahushua took bread. And here again, when we read this, for those who are just tuning in to the truth or just tuning into this lesson right here, I'm saying Yahushua. That is the Lord's real name, all right, because he was a Hebrew and he was given a Hebrew name. Okay, Jesus is it's just the wrong name. Okay, let me just say it like that. First off, there is no letter J in the Hebrew. We're gonna get into this prayer, but I might as well, since I'm in like my little Hebrew booklet that I have right here. Okay, let me get to the alphabet. Okay, this is the Assyrian, but as you can see, Abba Gada Hawaza Chata Yakala Manasa I Pa Tezel Kwarashata. Okay, and none of that do you see the letter J. All right, none of that do you see the letter J. All right, matter of fact, let me keep going real quick. All right, this is the Paleo. So yeah, I got notes right here. It says there is no letters V or J in the Hebrew language. They didn't come about until the 15th, 16th hundreds. Likewise with E. Okay. See that? So again, you got Abba, Gada, Hawaza, Cha, Taya, Kalama, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Tazakwa, Ra, Shata. Well, Da's over here. Okay? So there was no letter J, okay, in the Hebrew. So there's no name, there's no way his name could be Jesus. His name is Yahweh Shai, and that means he delivers. So that's why we say that. So get back on topic. It says, and as they were eating, Yahweh Shai took bread and blessed it and brake it, all right, and gave it to the disciples and said, take, eat, this is my body. All right, so he took the bread and he blessed it. He blessed the food, okay? Let's go to... This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 8. It says, be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. After this manner pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth. Okay, thy will be done in earth. That's big time. That's how you understand. This is a prayer, yes it is, but also this is a prophecy of what's to come as it is in heaven, okay? And pretty much when he says, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven, that's giving you a precursor, all right? That's a prequel to what he was about to tell John the Revelator, okay? Because most of what goes on in Revelation, the book of Revelation, is what is done in heaven, okay? And we understand that's going to be done in earth, okay? It says, verse 11, give us our daily bread, okay? And that's another form of praying for your food, all right? Because the Lord is giving, you're asking the Lord to give you the food. And of course, the food that he's going to give you is blessed according to Exodus, what we just read, okay? Exodus 23 and 25, and ye shall serve the Lord your power, and he shall bless thy bread. Okay, so that goes back to Matthew 6, where he gives you your daily bread. Once you're getting your daily bread from the Heavenly Father, that bread is blessed as well. So it's pivotal that you even say this prayer here, which I have right here written down. Okay. And of course you can pause the video, and if you don't have this written down, you can. And this is in the Paleo Hebrew. All right, and just flip to the other page, and then you got that. All right, but staying on the topic at hand, which is the food. Got one more precept, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the Hebrew for simple prayer over your food. Okay, so let's go to the book of Acts. So this is Acts chapter 27 and 33. It says, and while the day was coming on, Paul besought them all to take meat, saying, this day is the 14th day that ye have tarried and continued fasting, having taken nothing. It says, wherefore I pray. So pretty much it's been 2 weeks since y'all have ate anything. It says, wherefore I pray you to take some meat, for this is your health, for there shall not an hair fall from the head of any of you. And when he had spoken, he took bread and gave thanks. Okay, blessing your food is not only, oh please let this be nourishment to my body, but it's also gratitude. All right, because the Lord didn't have to give that food to you. So he gave thanks in the presence of them all. And when he had I had broken it, he began to eat. So in the NLT, it says, just as the day was dawning, Paul urged everyone to eat. You have been so worried that you haven't touched food for 2 weeks, he said. It says, please eat something now for your own good, for not a hair of your head, for not a hair of your heads will perish. Then he took some bread, gave thanks to the Most High before them all, and broke it off a piece and ate it. All right, so now let's go ahead and get into the Hebrew, all right, of what I got. Don't mind me and my toothpick. It's my pointer for today. So we read from right to left in the Hebrew, all right, and I have it here. Pa'al Kaya Ma'akal, or yeah, the prayer for food. That's what Ma'akal is. So you got Yahweh, which is the Most High, what you see in the scripts as God. That's who the world ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahweh. That's the omnipotent, omniscient power of the universe. All right. And his son's name, who I broke down earlier, was Yahweh Shai. All right. So Yahweh in the name. Okay. So Ba Hashem, Ba in Ha, the Shem name. Yahweh Shai. So that's the son. I know I have it written as a son, but Yahweh Shai means he delivers. Okay. And then bless Barak. And then whatever food you're eating, but I include the word this, Zah, and whatever food you're eating. Or you can be very vague and general and just say food. All right. So bread is lacham, and then food ma'akal. Now, if you're eating provision, Tazayadah, all right? If you're drinking wine, Yayan, all right? I don't have it. I don't know why I don't have it written there. Yayan should have went there, and then wine, Salakia. I wrote this years ago, like years ago. Can't even remember. So it says, I'm over here saying can't remember like I've been in this for a long time. Anywho, if you're eating herbs, herb, however you want to say it, Ishab. So like if you're eating a salad or something, and your produce, which is like your fruits, would be Paryah. And then for Kaya, Ha Tawab, the good, Ha, and then Tawab is good. And then you could say Machayaya, which is of my life. So for the good of my life. All right. So you could say Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Barak Zah, Ma'akal Wa, Shatayim. Yeah, you could say that. Waters. If you're drinking water, you're eating food and drinking water. Or you can say Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Barak Zah, Lacham Wa, Yayan, Babakashah. You know what I'm saying? You can say that, something quick. But what I have here today is a certain words that you use of what you're eating. So like if you're eating, you know, a steak and a salad, you could be like Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Barak Zah, Tazayadah, Wa, Ashab, Babakashah, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? And of course you can use for the good of my life as well, which would be Kaya Hatawa Machayaya, you know. So something that you can use to pray, you know, over your food, because we eat every day, you know, of course, unless you're fasting or whatnot. And I know this too, like in this piece of crap society, it's sometimes difficult to fast, but you just got to pray to the Lord that you can do it, you know. Sometimes we go on a high, admit it, damn it. Stop acting like you just burning, you got a waving a censer around every day in your apartment complex, burning Palo Santo all day. Ooh, like, come on, you forget to fast, or, you know, demons be fucking with you, and you know, you don't be fasting. So you got to pray to the Lord that you fast, you know. Don't be one of the ones who only fast on the atonement. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is for praying over your food. Lord willing, this is edifying. Again, you can pause the lesson and write this down if you so please. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Achakodash, Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone to rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect, 144 first fruit. Till the next time we say shalom, and like always, repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. All right, shalom.